hips under us. All right? But some of the guys that have been wrestling a while definitely look really clean in there, really clean on a lot of stuff, which is great. All right, so on the contact stuff, all right, I see a lot of guys reaching up, man. You don't want to be here, because if you're fully extended here, you just post your elbows, you know, he's going to get this far. Just come straight in. All right, he's going to get this far. Yeah, maybe I'll be able to defend here. All right, I'm tough. I'm not saying he'll score. But the point is, we're going to end up here for what? All right? So those little things, like on contact, let's make sure if he's leading strong right leg, that you make that read. You know, read the legs, read the feet. See what they're doing. Most guys are committed righty. All right? If you see that and he's leading strong here, I mean, how hard is it for you to step up left? Now you kind of messed with him at second, and if anything, you're giving yourself your own outside single there. All right? So, all right, so on the high crotches, inside control, some of you guys on your pulls, all right? Remember, when we pull, we're reaching over the top into an armpit. Some of you guys are grabbing on elbows, all right? His elbow moves, his arm moves. His body doesn't have to move there. We grab his pit, he has to move, all right? So make sure that when you're making contact in here, that you have over grips, all right? Now, my head position in that same concept, all right, is I'm trying to get the head advantage. Never at any time do I want to be ear to ear. I know you hear that all the time, all right? So we want that advantage with our head. We take those same grips over the top. We have our feet loaded, all right? What I mean by loaded here, all right, is that I'm ready to shoot, all right? So if I'm here and I'm going like this, and then when you go to shoot, you have to do this and that. See what I'm talking about? All right? That's no good, all right? That 1 second is going to give him enough time to get that leg back. So to fix that, we circle back on that foot. You see this? Now I can shoot right when my back foot lands, I'm able to just bang into that. All right? So, foot motion, obviously loading our shot, pulling our tie. All right? Head position, we don't want to be on the other side of this grip, because when we do go for our shot, that's his first line of defense. He's just going to keep his head at my arm and my neck and keep me out of that. All right? So, we got grips. Head position. When I come in, I never come straight in. I always come in looking at him. Now, he's always going to start like that. See that? So I instantly come in there. Right in here. Boom, there's my grip. And then I'm going to pull that forearm to me. What's that going to make him do? Pull it back. Right? So if I take him here and I push, he's going to pull this arm back. And that's going to lead me right to that. All right? So we're kind of using, like, I was never the strong wrestler, all right? I was always little. So I always kind of used his game against himself to try and make my life easier, all right? So just here like this, circling, pulling this side, circling away, boom, here I am, all right? So now, that stuff's pretty elementary, all right? Inside there, a couple of things. On this grip, good defensive guy has his thumb in here, like Chris just did when I shot. If you don't try to clear right here, he's going to be able to block that arm out and hold you out of there. All right? So everybody's like, oh, you don't have to do it every time. You should always, like, clear all the way down to your butt on your high crotch. So on my high crotch here, when I come through this window, I should let this arm, I should pull it and let it keep coming past me. And let my arm swing back to my butt there and then elbow out to my shot. All right? Defense is getting so solid now, if you just come here like this, you can stay in defense. And my hand gets stuck there. If you ever notice there, if you're this guy that I'm talking about, when you shoot here and this gets bent, your wrist gets stuck in there. So you can't even pull it out. All right? So you want to let it just come right through you. So if Chris is blocking there, and I let this arm free, and it just comes clear. He just goes right through you. All right? All right, so now remember on our step, you don't want to step back here. I mean, perfect world, we're always aiming for here. I know, draw that line. Yeah, everybody tells you that. They have obviously didn't wrestle good, guys, because it's hard as hell to get it there. All right? If anything, you're always looking to get your knee in this area, so I can knee pound back into that, to here, so I can get back in here. To try and get your foot there, myself in my career, if I step too deep, my knee gets ahead of me. I don't have the power to blast through this, and then I'm out of position. So I always aim to get my knee there, and then get the grip and then knee pound to finish, if I had to. If not, I just got right up, you know, like, boom, here, I'm up. Now I'm fine. All right? All right, so inside grip, clearing through. The trick with this arm clear is to let your palm hit your ass and let your elbow go limp. So you're here, this goes past my head, I let my arm go here, out and back. And that also helps when he's trying to do those cement mixer locks there and try and catch your arm on here. All right? If you come through here, it's gone. All right? Back out. I try to lift my elbow forward first.
But you notice where his hand's hitting? It's outside. It's not hitting same side.
No.
That's how much he's over-exaggerating and throwing it there. He doesn't want me touching it, and he wants to clear it. So all the way to the other side, because I know a lot of you are going to come here. No, throw it back.
And that lets you lift elbow forward. All right? Because you got to remember, if you come through here and you don't limp arm and you come arm like this, then you're just in the same situation. But if I'm here and I bring my elbow forward, he has nothing to hold. So you want to make sure that through this, you pull your elbow, just like that. That's exactly the motion. I come through here and I pull my shoulder and elbow through, like that. So I'm here, he's got the grip, I come through, and it's there. All right? So all right, now we get in. We're in, simple things. Perfect world, we can stand up. Remember when we come up here, you know that a lot of you guys from here, you're struggling, he's locking your elbow in, and you're just like panicking coming up like this. It's no good. Because then he cramps you down here on this, and you're in this struggle. So a lot of different things you can do before you get to that situation. So we're here, boom, perfect world. We can come lock high, lock right under his crotch here. I can step side, bring my hips in, and just pop my hips here. Head to weight to the head. You don't bring his hips down, bring his weight to his head. All right, so that's going to put his hands down. That's going to give you time to get on top and get to that wrist. So you're here to his hands. There's his wrist. Put his weight to his head on your return there. All right. Notice when I stepped in, I'm not a strong guy. Pivot just like that. That's what I talked about my knee here. See how it's here? So now from here, my toe, I put it right there. Hips in, up. All right? Simple stuff there. Little tricks to the elbow block inside here, you know, just hand down, simple stuff. This is the stuff that makes champions. You know, that's the one thing I wanted to stress, is that I'm not the guy that's going to come and show you big moves. Because that shit don't win the big match. It doesn't. It's doing these simple things right. Simple things right. Finishing your high crotch, finishing your out single, finishing your double. I won't be the guy here that comes in and shows you the triple Lindy. All right? So, all right. High crotch there. There's one lift, right? Other thing here. You know, a lot of guys come here and they circle. See it all the time. All right? Remember, try to look into your turn. If you can look into your turn here, it's just that much easier to finish with something good. Like your turn. And settle those Turks. You know, you see all the time kids missing them. If I'm here on my high crotch, and I come and I'm facing that corner, getting his weight going that corner, I'm pushing my head to that corner, I'm driving that way. When I get here and I step up, how can you miss that turn? It's impossible. But we find ways to do it. So right from there, you should be able to come here, step, I push up right here, below my knees, settle that so he starts to do what he does, I connect that, then I'll settle and then lift. Make sure you secure it. Everybody gets in a hurry there, and you lose the Turk and lose your backs. All right? Another nice one you might have seen Frankie use on BJ is here, off that same high crotch, come in here, he's squaring up, posting his knee down right there, and finishing around that. When you finish that one down, when you're curling that down, remember, it's not a pull, it's an elbow down. My elbow, my hand's locked around here, I'm rotating my elbow over his knee, which is going to turn that like that. I'm moving around that corner to follow. So I'm here, wait. All right? And like once again, it doesn't take a lot of strength because I'm not a strong guy.
Steve, are you waiting for me to square up? Or are you initiating it just from from the get-go.
Right off the get-go myself, because you'll know right away if you're finishing here. You know what I mean? You can tell right away. So right away, that would be in the, you could, myself, sometimes I'll just shoot and go for that, right from here, boom, here, right there, you see I just curl it down. But a lot of times, where you saw with Frankie was that point where he's defending you. You're here, you have the grip, he's defending now, you just curl it down. All right? And you know, the easiest thing is getting the shot. The hardest thing is finishing. So if you can learn anything here, do your best to. All right? From here, let's go into there and then, you know, go into finishing and we'll walk around. Just keep it simple. Finish your shots like you like to. Try some of this stuff. And then we'll move into some other stuff. All right, on two, 1, 2.